Aloha and namaste. I'm Nicki Doane and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe to my channel for all things yoga. So the practice today is kind of a pick-me-up practice, right? One thing that we all have happen to us as human beings is sometimes we have a bad day. And sometimes we call it that we're having a mental health day. We're just feeling kind of down. So this is a practice to lift your spirits, to elevate your mood. And one of the ways that we can do that is through conscious breathing. So we're going to start in a seated position. So what you'll need for this practice is something to sit on. Maybe it's a blanket, maybe it's a bolster, whatever you use, and a block. So if you don't have a block, get something you can use as a block, okay? We're going to start with something called Nadi shodena. And that's the Sanskrit words, and it translates really to English as alternate nostril breathing. So when we alternate our breath through our nostrils, we are helping to balance the hemispheres in our brain. So everything in yoga is looking to bring us to a sense of balance or equanimity. And that's really what we're looking for in our own mind as well, right? Because when we get out of balance, you know, when you don't feel good, obviously the bad side weighs more than the good side. So we're looking for things, practices that can help us lift ourselves up and make us feel better. We could all use that these days. So alternate nostril breathing. I want to stress to you that in this type of breathing, there's no retentions. That means you're not going to hold your breath in or out. And how do we alternate the nostrils? Well, you have to use your hand to regulate and block one nostril and open the other. The position in your hand is called Morgi Mudra in Sanskrit, which is the language of yoga. So Morgi means a deer. So basically you're going to make antlers with your hand. If you ever did pantomime as a kid, that's what this is. So you take your index and middle finger and you curl them into your palm. And you're left with 3 other fingers. You got your thumb. That's going to control the air in the right side. And then the tip of your ring finger, you're going to use to control the air in the left side. Like I said, there's no retentions. That means you're not going to hold your breath in or out, because sometimes that can create tension in our body, and we don't want that. We're just looking to balance our brain. So go ahead and sit up nice and tall. Bend those 3 fingers, and just to start, touch the tips of your fingers together and then open them a little. And that space between your fingers, that's about as wide as your nose. Okay, so I'm going to talk you through a few rounds, and then I'm going to give you a minute or so to continue on your own. Okay? If at any point through this breathing you start to feel anxious or nervous, then you just stop. You put your hand down and breathe through your nose. So we're going to breathe through our nose, whether we're breathing in the right side or out the left. It's through your nose. So your mouth is going to stay closed. Here we go. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. Set your hand into the antlers of the deer and place your hand just above your nose. And lower your chin towards your chest and make sure you're relaxed in your shoulders. Sit up nice and tall. Have something under your hips, okay, so that your hips are higher than your knees. You shouldn't feel any pain in your back, and the seat should be comfortable. So here we go with your hand at your nose. To begin, breathe out all your air through both nostrils. Now to begin, close your left nostril and inhale just through your right. Close your right, open your left, and exhale all your air. It's still open, so now inhale through your left side. Close it, open your right, and exhale all your air. That's 1 full cycle. Let's do it again. Inhale through the right. Close it, open your left, and exhale all your air. Inhale through the left. Close it, open the right, exhale. Again, inhale through the right. Close your right, open your left, and exhale completely. Inhale through your left nostril. Close it, open your right, and exhale. Now keep going on your own. Inhale through the right, exhale through the left. Inhale through the left, exhale through the right. Just keep breathing back and forth. Keep going, and you may notice that one nostril, one side is more open than the other. Don't worry about that, just keep breathing. So you might find that your inhale is a lot longer on the left than it is on the right. Doesn't matter, just work with what is. So inhale through the right, exhale through your left, inhale through the left, exhale through the right. So we'll just do about 30 more seconds. Now the next time you exhale out of your right nostril, the cycle is complete, and lower your hand to your thighs. Close your eyes if you haven't already, lower your chin. And just take a moment here as you're breathing through both nostrils. Can you still remember which nostril was more open? And can you feel that as you're breathing through both? Yoga is a way to increase our sensitivity and to learn how to pay more attention to ourselves and to everything going on in our lives. So now let's do some asana. So you're going to come off your seat. Just move your blanket or your bolster, whatever you're on, out of your way. And come onto your hands and your knees. Place your hands at the top of your mat. Place them so they're shoulder width apart. And have your middle fingers point straight ahead. Look at your knees. Separate your knees about the width of your hips. Curl your toes under so you can feel the mat on the floor. Take a nice deep inhale as you lift your head, arch your back, look up. As you exhale, round your back, drop your head and your sitting bones, draw your belly towards your spine. Do it a few times. Inhale, arch your back. Exhale, round your spine. Keep going. Inhale, arch your back, stay with the breath. Exhale, round your spine, draw your navel towards your spine. Now inhale, arch your back, lift your head, look up. Keep your head up and exhale as you straighten your legs, walk your feet back into downward facing dog. Check your hands, press through the index finger knuckle side of your hands, stretch your arms, lower your head through your arms and keep breathing. Now looking at your feet, bend your left knee and press your right heel back and down. Lift your right heel, bend that knee and stretch your left heel down. Just do it a few times back and forth to feel your lower legs. Keep breathing. And then go ahead and stop that bicycle kick and stay in the pose. Now, if this bothers your lower back or you look like this, then try the pose with your knees bent. It's a lot softer on your lower back. So in downward dog, you either have your knees bent or your legs straight. Take a few breaths here. Breathe through your nose. So a lot of our anxiety gets tied up in breathing. So learn how to breathe, smooth it out, soften your jaw, and now look up, come way up on your tippy toes, and inhale, step your right foot forward, hop your back foot in, and straighten both legs. So if your hands reach the floor, great, and if they don't, you could put the block in front of your foot and put your hands on the block. Straighten your arms, straighten your legs, breathe through your nose. So try to straighten your legs, Keep the weight on the big toe side of your front foot, the little toe side of your back foot. Lift your kneecaps and soften your jaw. Keep breathing. So breathe freely through your nose. Inhale through your nose, lift your kneecaps. Exhale through your nose and press down through your feet. Now, switch sides. Bend your right leg, step your left foot forward, and your right foot back. So see my feet? The distance between them is about the length of one of my legs, and I have my feet aligned heel to heel. So straighten both legs. Now keep the weight on the big toe side of your front foot and the little toe side of your back foot. Try lifting all 10 of your toes and spreading your toes. Keep breathing. Lift your kneecaps to engage your quadriceps. And remember, if you're pretty flexible and you prefer your hands on the floor, it's fine. Just don't bend your knees. And keep breathing. So soften your jaw. Breathe through your nose. When we hold our breath, we create a lot of tension in our body, and that can lead to anxiety in our mind. So keep breathing and think positive. Good. Now from Parsvottanasana, that's the name of this pose, bend your left leg, step your back foot forward, bend both knees, and roll up to standing. Now take the block and just move it off your mat. You might need it, you might not. So one of the great things that my teacher used to tell us to do when we weren't feeling that great, when we felt a little down or having a bad mental health day, was to do sun salutations. That was his prescription for elevating consciousness and feeling better. So that's what we're gonna do. Go ahead and stand up, come to the top of your mat, and bring your feet together. Look down at your feet, spread your toes. Just take your hands together in front of your heart. Straighten your legs, close your eyes, and breathe. Tune into the sound of your breath. Nice deep inhale through your nose. Exhale. Nothing quite as soothing as an exhale. One more time here. Inhale and exhale. Open your eyes, take your arms to your side, and here we go. Inhale, raise your arms up and over your head, look up, palms meet. Exhale, open your arms and bend forward like a swan dive. Bring your hands to the floor, and if you need to, bend your knees. Drop your head. Inhale, lift your head to lengthen your spine. Bend your knees, plant your hands, step back, bend your elbows, Chaturanga Dandasana, or put your pubic bone on the mat if you don't have the strength to stay in the pose. Inhale into upward dog. Point your toes, stretch your legs, look up, and exhale to downward facing dog. Check that your hands are shoulder width apart, and then lower your head and breathe. Remember, if it bothers your back, bend your knees. Inhale, feel like you're pressing the front of your mat away from you. Exhale, go back into your legs. Open your eyes, close your mouth. Good. Now complete your exhale. Look up. Inhale, bring your feet to your hands. Bring them together, look up. Exhale, let your head go. Inhale, come all the way up. Stretch your arms over your head, look up. And exhale, hands to your side. Keep going. Inhale, raise your arms up and over your head, look up. And away, exhale, it's like a swan dive. Over you go. Deep inhale, lift your head, keep it up. Exhale, step back, bend your elbows, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward dog, use your legs, look up. Exhale, downward dog. Now, if you get tired, come into child's pose. Now you can take a rest anytime you like. Now breathe through your nose. Inhale, stretch your arms. Exhale, wake up your legs. Now complete your exhale. Look up at your hands and inhale as you step or walk. Both your feet to the top of your mat. Lift your head up. Exhale, fold in. And inhale, come all the way up. Stretch your arms over your head. Look up. Exhale, hands to your side. So my teacher called this a Hatha Yoga breathing system. So let's keep going. Inhale, breathe in, reach up, look up. And exhale, over you go. Let your head come down last. Inhale, lift your head. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Squeeze your elbows to your ribs. Keep your chest open. Inhale into upward dog. Look up. Exhale to downward facing dog. And breathe. One. 2, 3, 4, 5. Look up and inhale. Bring your feet to your hands, feet together, head up. Exhale, let your head go. Inhale, rise up. Stretch your arms up, look up, and exhale, float your arms to your side. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, reach up, look up, and exhale, over you go. Deep inhale, lift your head, keep it up. Exhale, step back, bend your elbows low but not too low. Inhale, straighten your arms, point your toes, look up. Exhale to downward dog. And every time you come into downward dog, check. Check that your hands are shoulder width apart. Check that your feet are hips width apart. Check that you're breathing through your nose. And then check yourself. If you need a rest, come down and take one. Keep breathing. Soften your jaw, your teeth, your tongue, and then exhale all your air. Look up. Inhale, bring your feet to your hands. Look up. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, rise up. Look up. Exhale, hands to your side. And last one, together. Inhale, reach your arms up, look up, palms meet. And exhale, bend forward, bring your hands to the floor, drop your head. Inhale, lift your head to lengthen your spine. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, look forward. Inhale, upward facing dog, look up. Exhale to downward facing dog. And breathe freely. Soften your jaw. Notice if there's any tension in your face. And now everybody, exhale all your air. Lift your head, look up, and inhale. Bring your feet to your hands. Join them together, look up. Exhale as you fold forward. And inhale, come all the way up. Stretch your arms over your head, look up. Exhale, bring your arms to your side. Awesome. Now, another set of poses that are really great for making us feel better, for opening our hearts and our minds, are back bends. We're going to do just one back bend. So you're going to lay down. This is where you're going to use your block. This is called supported bridge pose. So lay down on your back. Have your block close by. So if you're pretty flexible, you can put it on its high setting. If you're not so flexible, it'll be on its lower setting, okay? So here we go. Keep your head on the floor, shoulders on the floor, and please, once you're in the pose, don't turn your head. So you're gonna look towards yourself. Come way up on your tippy toes. Inhale, lift your pelvis up, and now take the block and put it under your sacrum, which is that triangular bone in the middle of your pelvis. Okay? Interlace your fingers around the block and walk your shoulders towards your hands to lengthen the back of your neck. Then walk your feet forward a little and see if you can put your heels down and breathe. Lift your chest. Keep the back of your neck long. If your feet are flat, try lifting all 10 of your toes and breathe. Now, release your hands. Walk your feet in a little, lift your heels. So way up on your tippy toes, lift your pelvis and move the block out of the way. Slowly take your bottom to the floor. Put your feet on the floor, put your hands on your belly, and just take a couple breaths here. We'll do that pose one more time. Good. Now, again, take the block, come way up on your tippy toes, lift your heels. Inhale, lift your pelvis. Get your block under your sacrum. Remember, whatever height you can handle. And then descend your heels. Interlace your fingers around the block. Walk your shoulders under so you open your chest. And now, depending on your flexibility, try to walk your legs forward. So you're walking your feet away from yourself. And see if you can point your toes, stretch your legs, and lift your chest. Now, if it's hard to keep your toes down, you could lift the front of your feet up, but keep your legs active. If you feel this in your lower back, squeeze the sides of your buttocks in. Lift your chest and breathe. Good. Now bend your knees, walk your feet back, lift your heels. Again, release your hands, come way up on your tippy toes, move the block out of your way, and lower your back to the floor. Now, separate your feet, so put your feet on the floor, feet apart, knees together. Just put your hands on your lower belly and just take a couple breaths here. Feel your lower back on the floor, soften your jaw. And then take your feet off the floor, bend your knees. So your knees are together, your feet are together. Stretch your arms out to the sides. Take a nice deep inhale, lift your chest. And with your chest lifted, exhale, twist. Take your knees to the left to start. So notice my knees go down, my feet stay up. Inhale, knees and head to the center. And now exhale, knees to the right. Turn your head to the right as well for the first one. Press your feet up and then inhale, lift your knees. Exhale, knees to the left. Turn your head to the right this time. Good. Inhale, knees to the center. Exhale one more time, knees to the right. Now turn your head to the left. Good. Inhale onto your back. Now take your knees, hug them to your chest, roll a little from side to side. You can separate your knees. Do this if it feels good on your back. If this doesn't feel right, then don't do it. Now, take your arms over your head, your feet to the floor, roll to your side, and slowly sit up. Okay? So we're going to do a couple more twists because my teacher in India, H.S. Arun, says that twists are some of the greatest poses for when we're not feeling great. They're great for depression because twists keep us in the present moment. I love that. So, really simple. I'm going to take your blanket or your bolster and you're going to sit on it. Okay? I'll show you from the side so that you can see what I'm doing with this back hand. Just Sukhasana, simple cross legs. And then put the block behind you. Sit up nice and tall, so roll to the front of your sitting bones. And let's start to the left. So you're going to exhale, twisting to the left. Take your right hand to your left thigh. And then put your left hand on the block behind you. Now, if this block feels too low, put it on a higher setting. Okay, whatever you need. Now take a nice deep inhale, lift your chest, and as you exhale, twist. Look at my elbows. You're going to bend the elbows out to the side. Press your shoulders down, lift your chest. Nice deep inhale, sit up. This time as you exhale, turn your head to the right. Look toward your right knee and drop your chin. So you'll feel this in your left shoulder, and neck. It's an interesting way to twist. We're twisting our body to the left and turning our head to the right. So take a couple breaths here. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale as you twist, bend your elbows, press your shoulders down. Now, nice deep inhale, sit up. Exhale, untwist, release, and twist to the other side. So now, you're going to put your left hand to the outside of your right knee. Take your right hand to the block. Inhale, lift your chest, and exhale, twist. So bend your elbows, and it's like you're grabbing this outer right thigh with your left hand. Bend your elbows, roll your shoulders down. Use your breath. Inhale as you sit up. Exhale, twisting to the right. Now, nice deep inhale, sit up. Exhale, turn your head to the left. So look towards your left knee and breathe. A twist, when done intelligently, lengthens your spine on your inhale, and you can work the twist a little more on your exhale. So stay with your breath. Inhale, sit up. Exhale to twist. Soften your jaw, teeth, tongue, drop your shoulders. Breathe into the right side of your neck. And now inhale, sit up, release, and exhale, untwist. One more twist, Asana. So straighten your right leg out in front of you. Bend your left, so you got a little height under your butt. Keep the block behind you. Put your left hand on the block, left knee is bent. Inhale, stretch your right arm up. Exhale, twist to the left, and see if you can get your right elbow to the outside of your left knee. Now we're going to use this hand on the block to give you leverage to sit up. Inhale, lift your chest. So I'm pushing my left hand into the block, and as I exhale, I push my right elbow into my left thigh. Now just look down at your sternum. So inhale, lift your chest. Exhale to twist. Inhale, lift your chest, and this time exhale, turn your head to the right. Look at your extended leg, look at that foot, keep it awake. Inhale, sit up. Exhale, twist. Take a few breaths here. Press your shoulders down, and then nice deep inhale, sit up. Exhale, release, untwist. Straighten your left leg, bend your right. So get your right heel as close to your bottom as you can. Inhale, sit up. Exhale, twist to the right. Place your right hand on the block. Inhale, stretch your left arm up. And as you exhale, twist to the right, bend your left elbow, and bring it to the outside of your right knee. Inhale, sit up. Exhale to twist. So lower your chin towards your sternum. Start with that alignment. Press both shoulders down. Inhale, sit up. And this time as you exhale, turn your head to the left. So look at your extended leg. Straighten it. Breathe through your nose. Inhale to sit up. Exhale to twist. One more breath. Very nice. Inhale, sit up. Exhale, untwist. And now, just cross your legs. Sit up nice and tall. Join your hands together in front of your heart. Close your eyes, bow your head. And take a moment and express gratitude to yourself for taking the time to take care of yourself. Self-care is really important, right? Mental health is a huge part of our general health. So now you can lay down and take shavasana. Stay as long as you like. Get comfortable, and this is the end of the practice. So aloha and namaste, and I will see you next time here on YouTube.